this is what's in my basket. Literally, it looks like I'm at the grocery store. And I'm only on the first floor. I haven't even gone to the fiction floor. I'm still at the YA section. So, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back after a very long time to the Pretty Bookish channel where we talk all things books all the time. I am back after a very long hiatus to bring you guys my Waterstones haul. So last week Waterstones, which is a bookshop in the UK, did a massive hardback sale of like 50% off all the hardbacks in stores. So you know I had to go get some books because my shelves were hella empty because I obviously just moved to this country. So I had like no books. So I went a little bit overboard, but I managed to get quite a few books that were really, really high up on my list, stuff that I've been really, really wanting to read. So yeah, I'm going to run you guys through, I think I got about 15 books. I know it's a bit hectic, it's a bit overboard, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's done now. We've done it now. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let me run you guys through the books that I got at the Waterstones sale. Alright, before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can see we're in a brand new location. This is my apartment. Ignore anything you see that side. It's like really messy. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram on @PrettyXBookish. Like, comment, follow, share, all that fun stuff. So yeah, let's jump straight into the Waterstones book haul. Okay, so the books. So the first book I got it because it's been on my list, and two of my Bookstagram faves, Ash and Dante, both said it was fantastic, and it is Iron Widow. So the description says it's The Handmaid's Tale meets Pacific Rim, and I was just like, hello. Also, the fact that it's like rooted in, I think, Asian or like Chinese cultures, I'm just like, or the Chinese MC, or I think she's Chinese. I was just like, sign me up, fam. So this is the first book that I got. Also the cover is really, really nice. So that's the first book that I picked up. The next thing I picked up was something that's been on my list for ages, Bookstagram fave of 2021, and it is The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. I'm so glad I got a hardback. I was scared that I was going to have to get a paperback because like the hardback was hella expensive, but I got it, and this is another book that I've been wanting to read. I think it was on one of my anticipated releases from last year, so really happy to have this. The next book that I got was one I picked up on a whim, and it is a book called Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nanuya. It's that whole typical, it's giving Mirage energy. You know that book Mirage by Sumaya Dawood that I read last year? A princess never falters, they think, they act, they succeed. One princess goes missing and I think she finds out she has a twin or something, so it's like a princess swap type situation. So yeah, I really, really like the cover as well. So that's the other book that I picked up. Yeah, this was about £6, so I was just like, Then the next book that I picked up, another Bookstagram fave. I read the first book on the series last year, so it's a duology. I really liked the first book. It wasn't my like absolute favorite, but I really, really liked it, and I was glad to pick it up on sale because it's brand new, and it is Our Violin Ends by Chloe Gong. It's a reimagining of Romeo and Juliet, but think The Mob meets Romeo and Juliet retelling. So the first book was good. It's just that like the first book, the thing I didn't like about it was I wasn't really here for the subplot or the actual mystery or the illness or the whatever was going on. I was here for the romance, and I really, 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 really loved, what were their names again? Roma and Scott, no, her name is not Scarlett, Juliet, obviously, Romeo and Juliet. Roma and Juliet, because Juliet was really savage, so I was just like, love that bitch. So this is the other book that I picked up that I was just like, ow. Then I also got this book called Who's Loving You? Love Stories by Women of Color, edited by Sarita Domingo. It's one of those books that I've seen around, not really on Bookstagram much, that I've wanted to read. I'm also really interested in this subject matter. I have another one, Sex Lives of African Women, that I was gifted by the publisher. It's over there, that I'm interested in reading. So it's giving, I'm hoping it's going to be like a non-fiction version or a fiction version of like Love in Color by Boliwa Bilolo, which was like my favorite book in 2020. So this is another one that I'm really, really excited to read. Looks really, really good. Then I also got another book that is book 2 in a series, and it is Rise Up from the Embers by Sarah Rosh Kristen Simmons. If you watched my Thorny Bush vlogs, you know I was reading Set Fire to the Gods, which is the first book in the series. It's giving Gladiator. It was like basically like a YA retelling of like a gladiator vibe, like, you know, the movie. So, and like ancient Roman gladiators, there's like battles and like arenas. Really, really liked the first book. I thought it was just like, it was fun, it was punchy, it was inventive. It wasn't like really a plot that I had read a lot about, or like not a mythology, because I guess gladiators is like, it's not a history or what's the word I'm looking for? Like a vibe, or I literally call everything a vibe. It's not it's not a let's just go with mythology, because I literally, my English is finished. It's not like a mythology you see a lot of YA books rooted in. So I really, really liked that. So we got this. Then the next couple that I got were ones that I picked up that I'd never heard anything about, because I wanted to try something new. The first one is a book called The Teller of Secrets by Bisi Ajapon. I think it's an African lit book. But yeah, it's like a family saga, a West African family saga, and apparently it's really witty, really funny, but also like dark, and it explores this kind of family. I think this one daughter, she kind of finds out her dad is like cheating, and she keeps his secret, and then when she does something else, her family like all turns on her, whatever, and she's exploring the kind of narrative of whose secrets get to be kept and stuff in the family, and like who's beyond like punishment and stuff like that, but in a really, not a super heavy way from what I'm reading of the synopsis, but like in a lighter kind of way. I have not seen this book on Bookstagram at all, so I think I'll probably prioritize reading this really soon, so that I can give you guys like the tea on whether this is a book worth getting. Also, the cover is really, really pretty. So this is another one that I'm looking forward to reading. Another one that I think I saw it on Bookstagram, but not really, was a book called Like Home by Louisa Onome. It's a YA coming of age story of, I think she's Nigerian American. And her, yeah, she's Nigerian American main character. Her name is Chinelo, yeah. It's basically rooted in New York, rooted in this kind of discussions around gentrification and who owns which neighborhoods and stuff like that, and like coming of age, and there's like friend groups. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of romance element, but it was £6, so I picked it up because I've seen it I think once or twice, and I love a YA coming of age story. This one I've never seen before in my life. It is a book called Lionheart Girl by Yaba Bador. It's giving fantasy, it's giving Akata warrior, Akata witch, Children of Blood and Bones energy. Okay, let me read the synopsis for you guys. In an ancient African village veiled in secrecy, 4 friends, Sheba, Maybe, Ama, and Gaza, unshackle themselves from blood ties and the ghosts that shadow their lives to find their future and follow their heart's desire. Steeped in myth and dark magic, this is a fable of mothers and daughters, families, feuds, witchcraft, and wisdom. So I was like, sign me up. It sounds so good. It sounds really, 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 really good. So I picked this one up as well. Also, the cover is everything. So I've never seen this before. I was just trying out a couple of new things. What else? Oh, I also got Daughter of Sparta. I've been wanting this book for ages. Daughter of Sparta by Claire M. Andrews. It's basically like a YA novel set in the kind of, I guess, time of Sparta. We've all watched 300, so I'm looking. I love Greek mythology and Roman and the retelling of kind of Rome and Greece history, but also especially when they shift perspective to a more female-centered approach. I love those kinds of books because I studied this in school, and this has just been on my list, along with something else that I've picked up recently. I think I got Daughters of Sparta. If it's over there. Okay, I'll show you in a second. So I got not Daughter of Sparta. What's the other one? I think it's also called Daughter of Sparta. Anyway, so yeah, I got this one. I think it was £7. So yes, thank you so much. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Then the next thing that I got, I splurged because I've been wanting this book so bad for so long, and finding it for the price that I found it at, I was so excited. So I got the special edition of Song of Achilles, which is one of my favorite books, and it was £10. And like, look at that cover, look at the inside. I don't know if you can see that properly, but like it's literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And there's this cover, this book sleeve from Books No Age. If you follow them on Instagram, she has this cover of the Song of Achilles that I'm literally need to get it like tomorrow. But bruh, this book is going to look so beautiful once I'll show you guys once I put the jacket on it. But this book, I like literally, I think this was my most exciting purchase during that sale, because I was just like, oh my god, £10. Then I also got this book called Common Ground by Naomi Ishiguro. Never heard of it, but it's a book that talks about a topic that you don't really see a lot, and that's male friendship, but like childhood male friendship, and like growing up, and the way that like friendship evolves and stuff. Because I've read a lot of books about female friendship, not so much about male friendship, so I thought that this was an interesting one. I saw the cover. This is why, by the way, I always feel like authors need to understand your cover needs to be popping. It always needs to be popping, because I saw the cover, picked it up, read the synopsis, I was like, oh, okay, I can definitely get this, because it was like, I think like £8. So I was like, because the cover was popping. So Common Ground by Naomi Ishiguro is the other one that I picked up. I also got one book that I really, really wanted, which was Harlem Shuffle by Colson Whitehead. Love Colson Whitehead. I love Underground Railroad. So really excited to get his new book, which I've seen a bunch on Bookstar. I'm looking forward to reading this as well. Then I also got another book that Tasneem suggested. Her handle is Reads and Reveries, which was Kai Miller's Things I Have Withheld. It's a collection of essays by is it Kai? I think it's Key Miller. I've never read. He wrote, I think he wrote, what's that book that everybody's read? Oh Lord, my brain is literally frozen. Anyway, there's a book that everybody's read that I can't remember. But this is my first book by him that I own. He's a Caribbean writer. So I'm looking forward to reading his essay, because I don't have a lot of like non-fiction essay collections in my collection right now. Then I also picked up a book called Boys Don't Cry by Fiona Scarlett. Same thing to, I think, what was the other one? Common Ground. It's a narrative about like young male friendship or young boys, and I thought, you know what, I don't read a lot about this, so glad to have picked up both of these books. Then the other one that I got, I'm so excited because I've been wanting this book, was Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. So it was out in South Africa when I left, but they only had the trade paperback, and I was just like, it's either going to be paperback or it's going to be hardback, because I don't like trade paperbacks. They drive me fully mental. So I got this one, and it was, I think, £6.50, no, £7. And I'm really, really happy, because I loved River Solomon's other book. I thought The Deep was really inventive. It was really such an interesting book, and it was such a short book, but it just packed a big punch. So this is the other book that I ended up picking up at the sale. I literally thought I was done. Then I remember I did an online order the night before, because they dropped some sale items on the online store the night before, and I went a bit ham. And then when they arrived, after I'd already gotten to the sale twice, I was just like, eep, I did a little bit too much. So let me show you what I did in the online order. Put this down, because I actually got about 8 books here as well. Let me not be a liar. Let me actually show you all the damage that I did. So the first one that I finally got a copy of Ariadne. Very sour that like Jonathan Ball didn't send me this book when it was in South Africa, but it's fine. I got the hardback, so yeah, I'm really excited to have this one. I also got another Greek mythology book, which was Women of Troy by Pat Barker. I've been wanting this book as well. Really, really, okay, I didn't really love The Silence of the Girls, but I really liked it. You know, I preferred Circe, but I thought this one was really, really good. And I liked, what was the other one that I really, really liked? I actually can't remember. Then I also got my only non-fiction book, which was Unwell Women, A Journey Through Medicine and Myth in a Man-Made World. Basically like an examination of how womanhood has been pathologized in medicine throughout the ages. And I was just like, oh my god, yes, this is going to be such an interesting read. This is going to tip over now. Okay, so then the other book that I got was another Bookstagram fave. Not sure how I feel about this one. I've seen some good reviews, some bad reviews, but I decided to give it a whirl, and it's In Every Mirror She's Black. I thought, let me give it a whirl. Like, I've seen some dicey reviews of this one, so actually I'm looking forward to reading it so that I can tell you guys the truth. Then I also got this mini book by Michaela Coel, Misfits, A Personal Manifesto. I love Michaela Coel. She's so freaking cool. I'm obsessed with her. Like, she's just the best. Then here's the one I was talking about. What's it called? Yeah, it's also called Daughters of Sparta. It's this book by Claire Haywood, two sisters parted. So this one is about Clytemnestra and Helen, who are basically sisters. And then Helen is the, obviously, Helen of Troy. And then Clytemnestra was the one who was married to, not Agamemnon, who then sacrificed the daughter to move the ship so that they could actually land on Troy, if you remember that whole story. So it's about these two sisters and like their different routes in life and how like they took agency in different ways and stuff like that. So it's an interesting parallel to draw between them, because I think a lot of people forget that they're sisters. Then the last one in this pack is the most beautiful book that I think I own at this point. Throw that on the ground. And it is this One Sky Day by Leonie Ross. Look at that freaking sprayed edge. It is so gorgeous. Like, I'm dead. I'm dead. This is why I waited until I got here to buy this book, because I needed this version. It is literally so beautiful. I don't even know. This book apparently is really weird, but I've heard it's really good. And I like weird and good. Like, every once in a while, like, you know how it's like Black Leopard, Red Wolf, it's weird, but it's really, really good. Every once in a while, you need weird and good. So that is the last book, I think. Let me look around. Yeah, that's the last book that I got in the Waterstones sale last week. I know it's actually more than 15. Pretend like I didn't just like bold-facedly lie to you people. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So yeah, those are all the books that I bought last week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought, if you loved any of these, if you hated them. Let me know what you think of my new intro. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to press the subscribe button, by the way. Okay, bye guys.